I want to be inspired by the early Soulfly, but I also want to have like a modern sounding record that has a lot of noise of right now. And that's kind of like the idea that I told Arthur and Zyon because this was Zion's first production, which was one of the cool things too. Like I didn't want to produce the damn thing. I already produced Prophecy, Dark Ages, and I told them, trust me, guys, you don't want me producing this thing because if I do it, it's gonna become exactly like a Max record, and we don't want that.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Keefy. I'm back once again with our friend Max Cavalera. How are you doing, sir?
Boy, doing great, man. Good to be talking to you.
Yeah, it's always good to be talking to you. I'm very fond of you. We've chatted many times over the decades now. Decades. It's hard to believe, but it's true. And we've got a new Soulfly record. I think it's the 14th or 15th release, the 13th record in Soulfly history, and it's Chama. As I wanted to make sure I didn't say it wrong.
Perfect.
Thank you. So much music. You've been on tour all summer. We have this new record coming out, big tour coming up for the Cavalera brothers. But, I wanted to talk about this record. I love like every single Soulfly release, even though it's still you and it's still always Soulfly, it has its own personality. And I feel like this record kind of reminded me of the first couple of Soulfly records where it's like there's a lot of thrash, but there's a lot of grooves. And I like that it's like a kind of a throwback to your early stuff. And of course, your roots with Sepultura, no pun intended. But yeah, groovy, very heavy, very cool riffs that I think were like unexpected, and just overall, just such a heavy, fun record.
Yeah, it was one of those records where I kind of like intentionally went in with the kind of like the attitude and the mental state of like, let's shake things up. I want to be inspired by the early Soulfly, but I also want to have like a modern sounding record that has a lot of noise of right now. And that's kind of like the idea that I told Arthur and Zyon because this was Zion's first production, which was one of the cool things too. Like I didn't want to produce the damn thing. I already produced Prophecy, Dark Ages, and I told them, trust me, guys, you don't want me producing this thing because if I do it, it's gonna become exactly like a Max record, and we don't want that. I want it to be challenged. So I gave the production keys to Zion, like roll with this, and it was cool because he reminded me of me when I was that age, like passionate, inspired, hungry, and really wanted to do a great job on the record. So I think those things are the main focal points what makes Chama different. And of course, we did went back to some of the grooves, man, because I think Soulfly was founded on groove from the beginning, from where the band was born, from the Deftones song Head Up. That's a crazy groove song. Insane groove. From that on, it's always been Soulfly, but we went to different alleyways through the career with faster records, heavier records, and I felt nostalgic about Brazil, about the first record, and I wanted to try to do that with a modern twist. And I think that's what Shama is. It's a nostalgic album, like almost like nostalgic brutality type feeling. So I think it's cool. I'm super excited for the fans to hear. I mean, there's a lot of really cool moments on the record that people are gonna really dig it. And yeah, I'm very. The name means flame, so I think the Soulfly flame is alive.
Well, I love hearing that, and thank you for that. Was my next question was like, explain what this means. No, that's great, and of course, it just makes a lot of sense. You've had like, so you have a fire. Songs have had a fire. Songs have been about fire. You had kind of a fire artwork in the past on a few things, and the Phoenix is a thing, obviously.
Yeah.
From the ashes, that's a thing that's obviously like recurring in your work. Yeah, such a badass record. Great to hear that about Zyon. We've talked in the past about how much he's grown as an artist and a player, so it's really cool to hear that about him, that you handed the keys off. And Arthur you work with now a few times, and Arthur is phenomenal, right? Like
Yeah.
he's so good.
I think the team of Zion and Arthur, that was really cool because they really their personalities were really really cool together. You know, Zion's younger, and Arthur, of course, is more experience, more wisdom, has this knowledge of underground that it's unmatched. You know, and you know, Arthur just came out of you know, doing a great job with Blood Incantation, and then, you know, of course, we invited him to be part of the Soulfly record. He was very thrilled to be part of this record. And yeah, I think this definitely cool to, for me, it was the most fun aspect of this whole thing was actually see the enthusiasm and the inspiration of Zion and Igor. I work with both of them on the record. In fact, you know, it's more like a family album more than anything else. And it's funny. It's more a family album. It's more Brazilian than any other record I ever done. It's more tribal than any other record I ever done. So I might be, you know, feeling, you know, nostalgic at my old age, but it's cool. I think it's and those are things that I enjoy the most about making music, is that I get to do it with the people that I love, you know.
Right on. It feels like that's the vibe anyway. The last few years, it's becoming more and more like a family thing. Cavalera Dynasty show, we were able to come out and cover, which we was very grateful for. That was amazing.
That
I
was
hope
cool.
you do more of those in the future.
We hope so, yeah.
Yeah, it was such a cool idea, and it seemed like it came together so well. And obviously, Nail Bomb, we could talk about that. You just came off the tour all summer doing different bands, so it feels like, yeah, like this a family enterprise, Cavalera family style. Yeah, I love it.
I just want to be busy playing what I love, and many projects, and that's cool. But I like to think that somehow out of everything, I do have a special place in my heart for Soulfly, being the you know, the band that, I don't know, that kind of like saved me from total destruction, you know, self-destruction in after breaking up from Sepultura. Soulfly was like the thing that gave the uplift my heart, my spirit, my soul, you know. And I'm very grateful for that, for Soulfly, for giving me that. And one of the things about the record, I think that some people, I don't know, have picked up on it or not, but I always felt that Soulfly, the live shows are so killer. Whenever we play live, it's so good, man. You know, like the festivals. There's a YouTube of us playing Grass Pop this year. It's an incredible performance. But I don't think he ever got captured. That animalistic vibe never got captured on a record. And I was like, let's try to, with Chama, let's try to capture the live Soulfly into a record. That's why I feel the Soulfly Chama is very live. The record feels very live. No click tracks. With everybody's playing everything. You know, it's like a jam record. Has all these little jams sessions between, you know, in the songs. At the end of No Pain No Power, the end of Chama. Very much a Soulfly record, man. I think if you dig Soulfly for the heaviness, the tribal grooves, they're all here. It's all here, man. You know, and I feel like right now, having Cavalera, having Go Ahead and Die, having Nail Bomb leaves me to let Soulfly be Soulfly. We don't need to be anything else. We don't need to try to be anything else. Let's just be us. Let's just be Soulfly. And that's the beauty of this record, I think.
I love that so much. And I want to touch on something you said there, because I remember my very first time seeing you back with Soulfly was at Ozfest 98. And Richie was a little kid and he came out and sang. We talked about this recently when I interviewed Richie about a few weeks back, a month back. And we talked about like him coming out on stage with you and all of this. And now 20 years of his band, which is insane, also crazy. Yeah. And I'm so proud of him too. And that new record is crushing.
Yeah, very proud of Richie, man.
Yes, such a great record.
Worked so hard. It's so cool to see he's being rewarded for his work now. You know, it's amazing. Makes us all, the whole family, very happy. But yeah, it's I love that's kind of like what I was trying to get with the record, was like the way I was feeling in 98, 99. It was cool. It was exciting, you know. And nothing wrong with the last Soulfly records. I love them. I love Totem and I love Ritual. But I just kind of wanted to feel again like that, kind of like, you know, back in the whole tribal universe again, with the grooves and the big choruses and songs that I believe in what I'm saying, like No Hope, No Fear. type songs that there's, I feel like No Pain No Power is like that. I feel like Nihilist, I feel like Storm the Gates, they all have this I believe in what I'm saying type shit, so I'm gonna scream with conviction, because I believe in what I'm fucking saying. It's different when you have that behind, so I feel this record has that. It has on the production side, I could not give more credit to Zyon and Arthur together for all the noise shit they spread out throughout the whole record. It's so fucking cool, and it's definitely a surprise, especially like songs like Gehenna. Yeah, Gehenna is one of my favorite tracks on the album. It's so chaotic, it's so fucking unorthodox, it's such a wild song to even like, it has no makes no sense. It's got no choruses. It's great. I love that. It's a total like, I don't give a shit kind of song. I'm just gonna do this song because I want to do this song. I don't give a shit if anybody likes this song. Very cool. Like just throwing caution to the air.
Yeah, it's very punk rock, which I love that song too. Also, that's probably my favorite track, or my second favorite track on the whole record. I love songs about dragons and sorcerers and wizards and swords, but like we live in a fucked up time, and we need powerful music to help pull us through this. I keep saying that, like, maybe there'll be a new wave of punk or metal bands that'll pick up the torch from you and others, but I love that you're still fiery about these things, and they're important. It's important to talk about these things openly, about self-belief and revolution, and breaking these chains that seem to get put on us all the time. Governments are not the be all and end all of everything, and we need revolutionary music still. So there, Rage Against the Machine is probably broken up. At least Tom Morello is out there doing stuff. So
Yeah.
maybe we need 10 more Soulflies to pop up after you.
To me, it feels I feel natural doing this kind of songs. I mean, I've been doing it for quite a while now, and they come out of me in a very organic way. I don't force it. But like Refuse and Resist, like I mentioned, Back to the Primitive, Fuck All Your Politics, and then like Storm the Gates, which is very, very much take back the land, take back your power, like Fuck Your Greed. Like we believe in this thing, and or even like Favela Dystopia. I love the line where it says, I'm ready to die, motherfucker. It's like I am ready. I don't give a shit. Like I believe in this shit. I'll die for I'll die for metal because I believe in metal. Man, it's cool. It's cool to feel like that. Have a belief in something bigger than yourself.
Yeah, of course. And people feel that you've always been a very charismatic, great front person, and you deliver that stuff, and fans pick up on it. That's why they love. I think that's what part of the reason they're attracted to the band and the music you make. And it's easy for people to feel like they understand and they can join in when they believe the person delivering it. Somebody not believable is just like, whatever.
Yeah. That is exactly the thing. Like it's got to be conviction on what you're saying, and you have to believe in your inner self, no pun intended, but you gotta have like mean what you say and say what you mean type of attitude, and I love that. I love it when you find a song that you can have that. Favela Dystopia for me was a really cool song because it's very close to home. I grew up in Brazil watching the favelas, and I was up in the favelas a long time ago. Went up there to buy drugs, and it's fucking scary but also exciting. And there's stories about like huge drug lords of the favelas that were like Sepultura fans, and they'll blast out Chaos AD in the mountains and have everybody listen to it, and all the stories, man. So I never made a song about this topic. I want to do one, so that came out of that, and it's like really influenced by City of God, big time. You gotta watch the movie City of God and to understand that world, But yeah, it was cool making the record with all these references to all these different things that to me are important in my life, that I want to scream about it. I've been screaming at the world for 40 years. That's a lot of screaming.
Almost 30. with Soulfly. It's going to be 30 years soon, which is crazy. Like I said, I go back to that Ozfest 98 and the debut of Soulfly, the self-titled, and just everything you went through to get there. Interestingly enough that you said that, it kind of just reminded me of one of my very first interviews was with Mike Muir from Suicidal, fan of yours, friend of yours. And he talked about the same thing. He was like, we were just doing, he came from the skate culture and the streets, and it was the same thing for him. All his friends were gang members, and he was, he kind of was, part and parcel. And he was it was wild to him to see like his friends that were like gang people also love Suicidal, also love punk rock, also love hardcore, and super interesting to the kind of the callback in a way to that thing that happened at like my experience. So that was kind of cool.
I love the fact that we live I think to me it's very interesting. I love the fact that the music I play, regardless if it's with Soulfly, Cavalera, Nail Bomb, attracts a lot of the misfits and a lot of the troublemakers, and creates this almost like dangerous atmosphere on the live shows where you see a lot of crazy mosh pits, and you see like just people like really going for it, and it's like watching that from the stage, man. It's a trip. We just done a Nail Bomb in Europe, and I think it was Walking or Bloodstock, and there was like this huge wave of dust that just came up as we were playing that took over the whole place, and all you could see was just like dust and people pitting throughout the whole show. And I felt like so good. It's like, oh my god, this is why I'm here. This is what I've been put in this planet to do, like bring this chaos to the people. It felt great. It felt amazing, and I love that connection. And I still feel connected to a lot of the underground metal, the underground punk world, so it's really cool to be part of this metal movement for so many years.
Right on. We cover Bloodstock every year. I'm very proud of that fact. Every year we've been in existence with this website, we've covered Bloodstock. So I'll send along some photos. Interestingly enough, so like, you just did this tour with Nail Bomb. Do you have any other future additional touring plans for Nail Bomb for next year? I feel like the demand is there. I felt like all the festivals want you, at least. Hopefully the US too.
Yeah. The festivals are great. We actually are doing January. We're doing Soulfly and Nail Bomb in Australia together. I don't know how that's gonna go down. I gotta do 2 shows in the same night. That's gonna be quite hardcore. But yeah, I think I can do it. I'll be ready for it. But yeah, I think the demand is there. Actually be kind of cool to see what we're gonna actually be able to do. I know that we're gonna be on tour with Soulfly quite a lot next year. With Chama, it'll be like heavy demand for touring festivals in the summer and all that. So yeah, let's just wait and see. But I wouldn't be opposed to actually like a full Soulfly Nail Bomb tour in the US with another band. Would have been great, so I can have a break between the two. Something like that would be pretty cool. And I really feel that all we do, the records are great, and we're here talking about a new record. But the reason we do the record is to play live. That's the main reason why everybody does records, is so they get to play live. Live is where the beauty exists. Live is where everything becomes real. It's where all the work that you do, the magic comes out when you play live, so I'm very excited for next year. This year we have the Chaos AD tour in the US. Should be a lot of fun. Playing with these guys, fucking super excited for that. As a teenager Brazilian old school Slayer fan, that's gonna be an awesome show. And then looking forward to what comes next year in terms of touring. But I think it's going to be a lot of touring coming up.
Right on. Stay busy. Keeps you vital, keeps you alive. We're very excited for this Cavalera Chaos AD tour with Fear Factory. As we record this in early September, that's next week. I don't know.
retirement is the death of purpose.
That's it. That's it.
You retire, you
Satisfaction is the
lose
death of
purpose.
desire.
You lose focus. I want to, like, keep me in the war. I
Right.
want
What it, the first Hatebreed record is satisfaction is the death of desire, right?
to
To take it
fucking
back
A,
to
Jamie.
Jamie,
Hard.
97, when he was like 17, 18, 97.
That's a great.
Yeah, we're really excited for that. Hopefully we'll see you at the Slayer show in Pennsylvania. I think I'm going to be at Aftershock, so I'll try to say what's up there and post up at the stage and get my Chaos AD on. And super excited about that. I saw Cavalera back in the spring on the Third World Inquisition tour. And that was amazing because I love Schizophrenia. That was like a high school tape I had all the time on me, and never left the case for like years. So I'm really proud of that, and I'm glad I got to go do that with my band dudes and go enjoy that. And yeah, man, I'm just really excited about Chama, and I wish you the best of luck and all the success. I say often, like, I'm wearing my Sabbath shirt today, and we just lost Ozzy. But you got to support your heroes. If you love music, if you love metal, go out to the tour, go see the band live. Not only is it where the magic happens for you and the reward is for you, it's the reward for the fans to hear the songs live. And you can't get that from these dumb devices, and you can't get that on YouTube. You have to be in person.
More now, exactly. Totally agree with you. More than ever. Like, we keep losing heroes, and it made us really let's appreciate the ones we have left. Celebrate them. Like, without sounding egotistical, but I feel like let's celebrate us as a community of metal, as brothers and sisters in this metal journey. Man, it's a beautiful thing to be part of this. I love it. I love that I often call the metal crowd tribe, the biggest tribe in the world, and I love that. And I love the fact that I live for this. This is all I want to do is to play music, to scream my guts out. I'm a simple man. I don't have to have a big house in the hills, no sports car. I'm good with my guitar riffs, three accords and the truth. Just give me that and I'm good. But thank you, man. Thank you for the support. And everybody out there, check out Chama. It's coming for you.
Right on. I'm so excited. Hey, one last thing. I always want to ask you about this and I forget. I love going to the shows, whatever band you have, and seeing your paintings, whether it's, stuff to sell or whatever you're working on. Is that kind of like your not musical relaxation, all your artwork?
Yeah, it's one of my almost like therapy time. It's funny because I do a lot there with my brother. So he will sit on front of the bus, I'll sit in the back of the bus, and he will paint drum heads and I'll paint canvases. Like this one is not painted yet. But yeah. Tell you what, next time you come over, I'll make one for you, brother, free of charge.
No way, that's awesome. I would love to have a piece of your work in my home. There was a period of time when I was buying a lot of custom art from bands and stuff, and I'd still like to from time to time. So that's very kind of you.
Yeah, I love that because I think that's kind of it's a connection type thing as between fan and musician. I think it connects the fan with the musician in a special way than normal. Like not just through music, but through art as well. And I think it's cool and it's beautiful and it's awesome. For me, it's like therapy. Like I spend hours on those things, just trying to get the right colors in it, the right shading and it, and it's fun. It's fun and I love. A lot of times we're playing live and people are holding them up in the crowd, It's like, see, I got it. Fucking A, man. It's
right
awesome.
on. I love hearing that. Do you have a favorite painter or a favorite painting style ever? Or is it just a collection of different artists?
Pushead, one of my favorites. Like I always wanted to have a Pushead album cover. As a matter of fact, Michael Whelan did the Seppo stuff. Definitely one of my favorites. Frazetta. Let me think here. Eliran Cantor. He did Archangel. Those are some of my favorite guys. Yeah, and Geiger. Yeah, Geiger, man. All the alien shit. Yeah, Geiger is amazing. Was amazing.
Right on. I love that so much. Max, man, it's always a pleasure and an honor. Thank you for being awesome. And please send my best to Gloria and the fam. And I will see you soon on tour. So thank you.
Yeah, stay metal.